Hello， 大家好，我係阿天。咁我哋翻嚟繼續玩呢一個嘅 Hogwarts Legacy。咁我哋咧而家就上一集啦，我哋就做咗阿 Sebastian 啦。咁就我哋繼續解支線任務啦。係啦，咁啊有得揀巨龍或者揀立立。咁我哋做巨龍啦，因為我覺得咧，即係巨龍始終係一隻生物啊，係一隻動物，我比較有興趣，係一隻奇獸。咁我會想搞佢多啲，同埋我覺得巨龍應該唔會再入無緣嘅地方。希望係咁。
Over here. This is a change of pace from our last outing. Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
If it's all right with you, I'd rather not say. At least not at the moment.
Understood. We all have our secrets. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
OK， 即係又係要等佢check 到 location 之後先至可以出發。咁我哋改為做立立嗰個啦。係啊，立立嗰個咧，我上次我哋開咗個頭嘅，咁啊未完成得晒。佢喺邊啊？佢喺下面。呢度係活米村嘅下面，冇嘢飛嘅嘛，直接去嗰度。OK。咁啊，巨龍嗰個咧就係話要放翻粒蛋啊，去佢嗰個地方度。即係上次咪笠咗佢粒蛋嘅，唔係即係巨龍就走鬼咗佢啊嘛，咁啊剩翻隻蛋，咁我哋就 keep 住咗隻蛋，咁所以咧而家就話要放翻埋去。
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak with them. See what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
其實我已經唔記得咗佢阿立立呢個故事係發生咩事喎？上一次做係做緊啲乜嘢？我哋上一次我真係完全忘記咗。Sebastian 同埋巨龍咧，我都仲有印象，我係發生緊咩事。但係阿立立咧，我真係冇乜印象添。啊，佢而家總之我哋就要揾3個人傾偈咯，去攞到嗰個人嘅資訊。我哋要搞掂一個咩黑鹿 哈洛啊嘛，係嘛？
Mrs.
哈
Rabe
洛
should
嘅人
be
啊嘛。
nearby.
咁而家就係要揾呢3個人，就睇下有冇啲咩證據啊、剩啊嗰啲嘢咧，就可以即係
Oh,
資訊啦，可以收佢
what have I
皮。
done? Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
係一個勒索人哋
Some
嘅
evidence worth hanging on to.
人。
Thank you.
OK，
I hope it's not too late.
Now to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
好，跟住要揾埋剩低嗰2個。其實勒索都真係一個好賤格嘅嘢嚟嘅。
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags.
攞住人哋嘅把柄，
I
之後
should
逼你
check
做啲
that.
其他
Please tell me
你唔
that
想
you
做
take
嘅
it.
嘢。
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I would like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note that might help me to identify it should I come across it?
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before
呢條友我又覺得
Where was I?
佢又抵死啲嘅
I'm
呢
on
條
the
友
right。track. Now to find the
佢都係
last
俾
of
人勒
Mr.
索
Bickle's friends.
咁但係咧個原因就係佢做假數啊嘛，即係如果我冇 get 錯嘅話，有陣時我睇佢講嘢咧講得太長咧，我會有啲發呆啊、out咗嘅。咁但係我 get 到嘅就係佢做假數，跟住俾人發現到。所以咧，平時就行得正企得正，唔好有啲咩衰嘢咧，就起碼俾人哋少一個把柄先啊嘛。
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Oh, tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow, as he requested.
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
呢個又係悲劇嘅。好，最憎嗰啲人咧蝦啲也婦孺啊，一啲老弱婦孺係啦，所以咧我哋而家要替天行動啊！你哋有冇見到我換咗件衫啊？我咧嗰個底嗰陣咧，即係件披肩下面嗰套衫咧係換咗，之前係藍色噶嘛，跟住我換咗套校服，冷衫褲校服，應該係直頭係 Ravenclaw 嘅，直頭係。
Like Natty to be late.
因為我打條呔係
She
藍
said
色
she
嘅。
was going to the Hogshead.
點算
Perhaps I'll
啊？
find her there.
嗱落瀨嘢啦，肯定佢去咗豬頭酒吧，跟住後尾唔翻嚟啊！呢個有個竟然俾我發現到，佢肯定瀨咗嘢添啊！我都幾肯定瀨硬，可能俾人挾持住咯。No good！ 佢之前已經話咗唔可以去，即係唔應該去豬頭酒吧啦。但係為咗查佢，即係佢阿媽叫佢唔好去啊嘛。唉，咁唔聽阿媽講嘅嘢真係。豬頭酒吧係
Natty must be around here
Legal.
somewhere.
呢個係豬頭酒吧。黑嘅。哦，呢個原來係豬頭酒吧，我之前嚟過，喺度揾嗰個咩啊嘛，猿人嗰個唔知乜鬼啊嘛，月亮猿人啊嘛。咦？行後門？去呢度要搜索呢度喎，係。
Revelio.
咩嚟嘅？
Matty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
其實都唔使講 Revelio， 我哋呢啲啊已經俾人話係咩啊？每5秒就用一招技能，每5秒就用一次 Revelio 嘅人啊嘛。入翻嚟呢度喎。哦，見到啊腳印啊！
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
出咗事啦！頭先嗰條友講喎，多管閒事嘅學生就咩罪有應得啊嘛，好似話。所以咧就，哇！又要入呢啲地方啊！你個個任務都係咁噶，你個個任務都係咁噶。我真係要碌幾次啊！點解你個個任務都要入去啲地牢啊、墓穴啊咁樣咧？黑鬼人憎。誒？呢個拉佢做咩啊？呢個又拉得喎，機關嚟嘅嘛？啊！聰明的我，冇嘢執啊，走。
Matty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
佢任務係在不被發現嘅情況之下揾到阿立立喎。我哋嘅潛行係好有限嘅嘛，大家知我功力㗎啦。基本上冇乜功力可言啊嘛，我係冇功力可言。前面好似好多人喂，立立仲要過對面河添喎。哇！呢班友非常之多人嘅，係咪得呢條路落去嘅咋 ？OK， 即係我哋要落去啦，唔可以喺上面經過嘅。好麻煩喎，咁多人。如果開拖打佢，我唔驚喎。你嗌我潛行，我真係好鬼驚而家。睇下有冇秘道先，好似冇。佢喺正中間嗰條友嗰個對面，即係後面啊！你咁講。州關唔知咩隊啊，睇唔切。哇死啊！我點行啊？佢哋啲人多到四方八面咁望嘅喎。係咪可以呢度捐？唔得喎，其實。如果我哋要上嗰條樓梯咧，實經過嗰個女人嘅喎，經過嗰個女人一定發現到我哋嘅喎，照計。即係唔會話完全地係，除非佢有其他秘道可以行到過去啫。
I hope Rookwood knows what he's doing.
呢度後面呢？誒，有路行。好多老鼠啊！有落單之人，解決一個。但係嗰個而家問題係，我哋要上去嘅話，要經過嗰條樓梯嘅喎。嗰個女人係得住咗喺度。咁我哋點樣上去？要行第二條樓梯。有人發現到我哋啦！已經有人發現到我哋啦！睇唔到，你睇我唔到。其實我都唔知阿立立到底喺邊。我以為佢喺上面，我驚我行咗上去上面，其實乜差都冇喎。州關朵林啊，條友叫。定係要行？我哋行咗左邊，其實我哋應該要行右邊咧。好煩啊！呢度又見咦？ 嗰度啲四方藍色嗰啲係咩？係咪通道嚟㗎？哎呀，我哋應該行右邊啊咁。
I've never seen such a look of fear in your eyes. I should think an ant would show more mettle.
呢條友行過嚟。
I shall be shining in Rookwood's eyes when he sees what I'm capable of.
哇，好近啊！好細隻。哇，喺佢後面行，好驚啊！好驚啊！好驚！
Students these days, so full of themselves.
我哋竟然食過到嚟啊！嚇死寶寶啦！咦？點解我用唔到魔法嘅？誒？喂！死啊！如果我搞佢，我會唔會俾人發現啊？誒呢個開咗，呢個開咗。喂，做咩啊？喂，佢入唔到去啊！喂！咩事啊？咩事？好近啊啲聲！但點解我入唔到去嘅？應該捐到過去嘅喎，照計。哇！有冇搞錯？點解我隱咗身之後可以捐唔過去呢？一定要現身之後先可以捐到過去呢？我捐完過嚟之後，呢個喺邊度嚟㗎？每陣我捐翻頭先嗰度喎，弱智喎咁。啊？咦？呢度可以上去？太好啦！我哋揾到路啊，終於都。
Speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives. I'd rob my own father of them.
Miss a payment with me, and I'll make you pay.
Fuck! Shit! 佢見到我啊！睇下有冇失敗咗啦，我哋。啊！仲見到魔術，你冇笨！救命！救命！救命！啲技能組錯晒。等等，俾隻雞。哦，但係我哋已經開打咗，好彩佢又冇話我哋有冇失敗喎。咁都 OK。哇！等等，我未 ready 啊，其實你俾少少時間我準備下先。我個狀態未 ready 啊！哇，大佬我韌性出咗嚟啦，已經韌性啊！哇，好多人啊！喂，大佬，喂，等陣啊！我個心未 ready 打交住啊，大佬。嚟！哇，唔得！哇，好多技啊，大佬，好恐怖啊！我抌咗啲咩出去啊？我抌咗招雷讓出去。我本來想抌啲，食屎啊！抌你咬人金蘭，咬死佢！我金蘭一嘢俾人秒咗啊！我金蘭冇俾人秒到啊，仲喺度，嚇死啊！哇！我第一次咧係即係用道具去救命嘅啫，今次真係。哇！但真係好多人，佢啲技能咧係咁着完黃色着紅色咁樣咧，超煩。
What are your thoughts on electricity? You're going to regret that. You've made a great mistake.
搞晒係嘛？一片混亂，簡直係屈咗。哇！後面有個人喺度嘅喂，你冇嘢啊？你企喺度做咩啊？食花生食咗成場喎你！黐線！哇！簡直係屈啊！其實好打嘅，佢哋屈咗喺個門口度咧，係咁淨係對住門口打啫，唔使左閃右避。不過就真係辛苦太多啦。
I knew you were over here. I need your help.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty is
Revelio.
not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
Mr. Abe's wand could be in there. Mr. Abe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Abe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
真係麻鬼煩，一定要用自己支 wand。佢咪就咁 A 一下嘅啫喎，仲要戳住咁行出嚟咯佢。係啊，擺喺舊物界有個立立，終於相遇啦我哋。
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to separate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
我哋而家要去邊啊？點解任務有成3個嘅選用？找到火灰石藏身處，離開火灰石藏身處嘅方法。走得㗎啦嘛？誒，有步槍喎，勁嘢！早知啊，原來啊唔需要玩隱身術啊，我直接一開波啊同佢哋開拖啦。點解條友喺度嘅？我見到我有條友喺度。嚇！我哋打咗咁耐，你竟然仲企喺度？冇嘢啊你！
They got what they deserved.
咦？喂，點解我要個寶箱啊？好，佢唔咦？我頭先無啦啦做咗其中一個任務，佢個選用咪有2個嘅，我都冇睇，因為我就係見到佢嗌我離開，我就即刻啊，快啲離開，快啲離開！佢啲選用嗰啲我都冇乜興趣，唔使一定要搞嘅話就由鬼佢啊！係，總之快啲離開。我好唔中意咧去呢啲咁嘅地牢啊、密室啊、陵墓啊，總之有啲古靈精怪嗰啲啊、山窿啊咁啊。
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
等得你嚟啊，蚊瞓啊！好串喎，可以揀當局並沒有起到什麼作用。
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
誒，完成咗喎！呢個任務比我想象中簡短啊！我見到嗰度有個飛飛。我哋好似未收到阿柏比嘅回覆，即係我哋冇嘢做啊！而家一係就做主線任務咯，我又唔想做Sebastian 嗰個，一係就開主線任務都 OK 嘅做主線。而家我哋時間都應該充足嘅，校長致辭係咯。點解我主線同支線任務咧會分開晒嚟做咧？即係一係就做，一係就全日做主線，一係就全日做支線咧？ 因為我覺得主線任務咧通常都會長啲耐啲，咁支線任務應該散啲細啲嘅。有陣時我打機咧就有少少時間限制嘅，即係我唔係話哇我可以坐幾多個鐘頭都冇所謂嘅，總之打到我攰為止啦，咁樣唔係嘅。咁我係有可能我知道我今日可能得個零鐘頭打，或者可能less than 1個鐘頭。誒有嗰隻死人嘢喎，去咗邊啊？好快喎你飛得，我唔知佢去咗邊喎。我當睇佢唔到啦嚇。咁咧如果不過通常 less than 1個鐘頭我都唔會開機打，太短啦時間。咁可能我知道可能得個零鐘頭，係啦，即係冇啦。同埋我啲時間咧係一定要走嘅，我唔可以話喂可唔可以壓多少少時間唔得咯。咁所以咧就嗰啲日子咧我就會揀做又有佢哋嘅聲音嘅喺度喎，隻嘢係咪同一隻定兩隻嚟㗎？
This stairwell looks promising.
我哋其實係咪跟住佢上去就已經揾到嗰個蜻蜓嗰個鎖
？I have some promising news about the location of
拍俾揾我哋咯喎，咁其實我哋可以唔使做主線任務住喎，係啊，我哋揾埋嗰個咩先？今日嘅時間就OK 嘅，其實做主線都 OK 嘅，我估。但係我好擔心佢主線呢，即係佢如果佢一開呢就會開到好長呢，咁我就好煩咯。我停又唔係。但係我又唔想遲到。如果我做主線，通常就係一啲我真係得閒啊！我嗰日真係得閒，可能係啲假日啊，或者係我好早我就已經坐咗喺度，即係我心諗3個鐘頭冇理由做唔晒啦，係嘛？咁嗰啲咯，咁我就會做主線任務。呢個係嗰個解鎖嗰個數學題嗰個。Nice。其實咧，通常咧，佢嗰啲寶箱都係一啲收藏品咯，即係唔係裝備，唔係啲咩勁裝，係一啲收藏品咯。係啊，純粹 collection 咯。係啊。原來喺度。好。希望唔好嘥太多時間喺呢度。咁慢咗。起身。上次我哋嘥咗勁多時間，玩咗成唔知10分鐘。得啦。Raven Coin 嘅。好，咁我哋可以轉任務喎，我哋可以唔使做主線任務啦，因為我哋做阿柏比嗰個啦，偷獵蛋，活米村。
Since you saved Mr. Reb and I from the Ashwinders, we have come so far. We should discuss the next step.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howin for the measles.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg knots in Plimpies.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
Well done. You certainly know what you were doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg. Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here.
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
唔知點解咧， 佢講到咧，好似咧去探人，去人哋屋企探人咁樣咯，好似好輕描淡寫咁咯。
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
I don't suppose you've thought about keeping it, have you?
No, it belongs to her. Keeping it will make me just as bad as the poachers.
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are.
好，而家要揾龍巢。哇，係咪已經喺附近啊？
Above us.
嚇？
She did make it home safely.
喺上面咩？
Good.
係喎。
It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other.
我哋咪好危險啊！其實我哋無啦啦去人哋屋企喎，佢冇話歡迎我哋。我覺得我哋喺啲不速之下，隨時俾佢食咗咯。哦，佢係咪等緊我哋啊？佢應該見到我哋嘅喎，其實。哇！喂，大佬，我哋不如我哋暫時幫佢保管住隻蛋先啦。點解要係都要俾翻佢啫？佢心情好啲嘅時候，我哋先俾佢得唔得啊？
Let's hope it stays that way. At least until we've done what we came to do.
啊！喂，有狼喎，犬啊！黑暗咩雜種犬？雜種犬，輕鬆。
I wonder how many they brought. At least 10 usually.
好，好，好。誒，爛橋。哇！佢喺前面啊！
She's breathtaking.
From a distance.
我哋唔使同佢對戰嘅，應該唔會㗎。我哋係唔可以傷害佢㗎嘛？邊個話？所以應該唔會對戰。可能佢只係一個裝飾品嚟嘅啫，其實。即係意思咧，佢會喺我哋附近飛嚟，好似人哋玩嗰啲去遊樂場咁啊！即係恐龍猛喺你隔離噴火，但係咧佢一定唔會傷到你嘅。成件事係一個裝飾。
And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love
好深入喎呢個龍穴。
How lucky for us.
我勁冰天雪地喺度，好多一棟，見到我一棟，我着咁少衫，定唔定得順？
Watch your step. Revelio.
Pity. She must have been starved to pick off a grabhorn.
Or just raring for a fight.
我硬係覺得呢度好似有人喺度看守。哇！點啊？佢殺到嚟啦，點算？我哋已經進入咗一個危險嘅地方啦。你睇下，佢心口仲要發出藍光，準備好迎戰未？拿出你嘅魔杖！哇！佢真係攞咗個魔杖喎！有咩啊？嚇！越過巨龍，靠近就越。哦，佢攻擊我哋，但係我哋唔可以攻擊佢。屈機啊！哇！好彩我哋有呢招啫，勁快 ，yes， 輕鬆。我唔知佢有冇呢招技能啊，但係我有咯。咦，佢行得快過我喂！佢都有呢招技能，咁我就安全啦。Go go go go！ 極速咯！哇！好勁啊！呢招，我終於發現到呢招嘅作用。我冇睇到佢講咩，亦都冇聽到佢講咩。我希望佢唔係講啲緊要嘅嘢啦。衝啊！走啊！走啊！走啊！走啊！哇！食咗嘢，哇！好痛啊！食咗嘢真係好啦痛，硬性。強而有力嘅硬性。
We're almost there.
嚇 ，almost there 啊！啊 ，finally。 得喎得喎得喎。
Why is every bridge here broken?
我都係咁話，點解咩橋都要爛嘅咧？橋總是要爛。
Now, if we just return her egg, we can actually make it out without too much fuss.
哇！佢喺後邊啊喂！冇啦冇啦冇啦！佢一嘢噴飛我哋，佢個喉嚨係咪噴火？上次已經噴咗嘢啊！不過我哋個護心咩破心護好似可以頂到佢啲火。喂喂喂喂喂喂喂喂喂喂！哇！佢食咗隻蛋啊！哦，擔走咗。我以為，呢個我食物嚟㗎，搞咁鬼耐。哇！嚇鬼死啊，大佬！我呢啲位要笑㗎嘛，通常緊張完之後咧，啲卡通片咪會哈哈哈哈哈大笑嘅。
That was brilliant. And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
我呢條女係黐乸線喎，對住啲奇獸黐線喎。
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
No, I think I'm ready to leave if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntow Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl. How could I have been so blind?
睇嚟佢都呢個任務都未完㗎啦。佢話嚟緊應該仲要再打咯，因為佢哋有機，佢話佢都話，唉有啲混亂。佢都話咧，佢其實可能已經俾人採取緊行動，但係佢唔知咯。即係當佢發現到嘅時候，可能已經瀨晒嘢㗎啦。係啊，因為我哋上次整冧咗佢嗰個競技場啊嘛，咁實會嚟覆桌㗎嘛，照計。好啦，搞掂埋呢個，我哋仲有，唉真係尷尬啲時間。做主線任務就唔知講唔講錢，不過算啦，照做啦，因為我實在唔想做 Sebastian 嘅啫，留翻下次先做。咁啊做主線啦，睇下可唔可以希望唔好太長啦。有嗰隻咁嘅蜻蜓仔。咦？喂，佢咪挑釁我啊？佢喺邊啊？而家佢喺邊啊？佢要嗰度喎。
Revelio。
哦，呢度。好啊，既然我哋揾到就做埋佢咯。哎呀，慢咗少少。我個口好似嗌得快過隻手啊，口。好似人哋嗰啲啊，個口啊快過個腦啊，所以成日講錯嘢。又係 Ravenclaw。其實咧，我成日喺個霍格華茲度轉嚟轉去咧，我都唔知自己轉咗去邊個區域㗎。即係有可能我喺 Ravenclaw 嗰邊啦，有可能我去咗 Slytherin 嗰邊啦，或者去咗 Gryffindor 嗰邊啦，或者係去一啲 perfect 啲嘅地方啦咁樣啦。因為我都冇認真去睇我哋嘅位置，我純粹係跟住個任務行。佢帶我行呢度就行呢度，合埋隻眼行。好緊張，主線任務唔知要打啲咩，我成日覺得佢成日都要打啲奇怪嘅嘢。
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. We'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
咦？佢任務完成同任務開始一齊彈出嚟，咁我係完成咗啊，定係開始咗呢？好疑惑喎！就咁講句嘢，其實照道理應該開始嘅，因為佢而家叫我去嗰個 trial 度啊嘛，又去嗰個咩試練啊，好煩啊！嗰個試練其實我非常之唔中意做。佢未彈嗰個新嘅任務，即係嗰主線任務嘅下一個 step 出嚟。唉，但我係見到佢話去校長室嗰度咧，就做嗰個試練咯。出現啦！費格教授嘅辦公室與他交談。咁試練我又唔想做喎，講真，因為我時間唔多，我收個電話，跟住我今日要早少少走添喎。一係就咋咋諗做，但係如果佢 kick 咗，即係你知我唔知個試練易唔易做嘛。如果淨係齋打應該易快嘅。但係如果佢 kick 咗啲用腦嗰啲咧，跟住搞唔掂咧，冇一啖搞唔掂之後，仲要我上網睇攻略嗰啲話咧，咁我就好頭痕啦。黐孖筋，啱啱仲要有人撳門鐘入嚟，搞我嘥咗勁多時間。
Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well, you'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more. How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes.
As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
好正啊！我哋變咗另一個教授啊 ，Black Professor。哦，可唔可以等個夜晚下？唔得啊，因為我食咗呢個嘅藥水啊，我做咗呢個任務啊，唔緊要咯，我記住阿輝格教授佢嘅 office 係有呢一隻嘢啦。咁我而家連魔法都唔用得喎，但係個問題咧，我唔知係咪冇聽書啦，我自己，因為我成日冇聽書啊。點解佢話嗰隻精靈啦，嗰隻 Goblin 咧係對校長好忠心？咦，我哋要個密碼啊嘛，咁個密碼淨得校長先知嘅啫嘛，而佢又對校長好忠心啊 ，OK？ 咁我哋係應該，即係我哋點解我變成呢個教授，我就可以令到對校長忠心嘅 Goblin 咧係可以走嚟話俾我聽密碼咧？我哋呢個唔係校長嚟噶嘛，係嘛？我哋而家只係一個普通嘅教授嚟啫嘛。
Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did. I did. Yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
我自己可以決定自己嘅嘢㗎嘛。
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now move along. Chewing with your mouth open?
點解我條友自己又講嘢？
What could the headmaster want?
誒唔係喎，我哋校長嚟嘅喎。頭先佢叫我哋 headmaster 喎，咁我哋呢個真係校長嚟嘅喎，竟然係咁，因為喺我腦海入面咧，阿鄧不利多咁樣啦，係啲好阿白 feel 噶嘛，係咯，嗰個叫我校長喎。Oh my god！ 原來我係校長啊！但點解佢叫我教授嘅？你唔係應該叫我校長咩？
Too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kagawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
就咁做啦，好
I
笑，
should think
好
you
串。
have better things to do with your time. Now, where's my elf?
Good day, Professor. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kagawa.
好，跟住而家要去。
What did we do to deserve him as a head?
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None.
係咯，
None at all. Move aside.
佢係咁自己同自己講嘢，傻傻地喎條友。
I hope it's not about anything I've been doing.
個個叫我 headmaster， 我竟然真係冇嗰個 headmaster， 喂，又有啊，不過 呢個我哋唔可以用魔法，遲啲先啦。
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the ministry.
Professor, a word,
咩料啊？
please. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
咁多人真係阻位住我啊！
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
呢度係飯堂啊！呢度係棵聖誕樹啊！
Scrope's as hard a worker as...
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
咪黐線嘅你，明明知道我係主人，即係話我主人我都唔講得㗎，但係主人同你講咯。你居然咁質問我係咪比較威勢啲啊？對住呢啲咁嘅 Goblin 應該係惡啲嘅。
Dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
哇！座右銘係乜嘢啊？且與我的家族有關。
Of course I remember. It's the Black family reigns.
Is Master giving Scrope a test?
我哋靠撞啦。
Certainly I remember. It's still stronger together, no?
Master has made Scrope laugh.
好，撞晒啦我哋已經。
Pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Toujours
Thank
pur.
you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
喂，走啊！佢話藥力失效啦，走啊！走去邊啊！我哋而家，匿埋，我哋要。
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
即係變翻正常自己。
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now, to speak the password to the gargoyle.
太好啦！竟然啱啱好完成咗個任務啊！哇，非常之好，時間實在非常之 perfect。咁我哋呢就可以喺度結束啦。係，因為我真係要出門口啦。咁如果大家中意呢個系列嘅，記得俾個 like 或者 share 俾你朋友啦。如果想繼續睇我其他影片，就記得 subscribe 埋啦。咁我哋下一集呢再翻嚟繼續玩 Hogwarts Legacy 啦。係咁先，拜拜。